Welcome to Sessions with Stef. Usually there'd be an ad right now, but instead of doing an ad, look at this, guys. Honestly, like Roma Foods. Already, I love Roma. This is not a word of a lie. My family does not allow me to buy any other sausages. They love Roma sausages. It's the only one that all of us eat and enjoy, the spicy, the mild. But now they have new flavors, and I wanted to showcase these new flavors. Look at this, white wine and Italian spices. I mean, I don't know, how much more delicious does that sound? We've got chorizo sausages. Ooh, it looks so good. And this, which I don't know if any of you have ever bought. I buy this. This is a regular in my house. This is always the Roma burgers. They're burgers, but made with sausage meat. But this is a new smoked and spicy sausage patty. Guys, I cannot tell you how much they are amazing. You can see for yourself how delicious they look. Go into your local grocery store. Go and buy Roma sausages, Roma Foods. They're amazing. You can go on their website to see all the products they have. They are fantastic. So guys, let's get into Sessions with Stef coming right up after this. Have a good one. Thank you, Roma Foods.
Van Cropsel, a hardworking real estate broker at RE/MAX Alliance. Whether it's residential or commercial, Van is dedicated to helping you find or sell the perfect property. Van, you're the man.
And we're back, and we start off with the cheers off the bat.
Cheers, my friend.
Chandan. So welcome. You can put it on the table if you want. We got these crazy cups. You notice this Sessions with Stef cups and everything?
Very nice cup.
We're doing
very strange. Trying to hide my liquor.
It's very the cup is very
like coffee.
What do you say? What's that place?
Special.
Yeah, special. Meaning
And
we got it on special on a
Special,
website
very
that was
special.
from China, whatever. But
No, don't
Very
say
nice,
that.
yeah.
I am the
Who's the
one
print?
who I created the cups, the image.
yeah,
well,
you took the logo and
Yeah,
whatever
but
Vistaprint said, we paid for it.
Beautiful. I love
I
it.
know, but it was
Probably like this
direction.
T-shirt. You know.
So, guys, welcome back to Sessions with Stef. So first off, I'm gonna apologize right off the bat. This is only coming out in a couple of weeks, so
Sure.
this is probably already have been done. But it's the Canadians, and they're right now fucking losing 1-0.
Yeah. Prediction.
Oh no, they scored.
Yeah, Sebastian Aho just scored the prick. He hasn't scored in all playoffs, but whatever. So yes, and it's Carolina, and it's a big game. If they lose today, to me, the series is done. But anyways, so I'm gonna apologize once in a while if I have a fucking bad moment. It's because
there.
shit happens. I gotta just
It's
keep
1-0 Carolina
Carolina,
Hurricanes.
and they're down.
So yeah,
Carolina's winning
prediction.
2-1.
What do you think? What's happening? This is going to come out after the series is over.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna.
you're calling out in 5. What do you call it?
I hope not.
Yeah.
It's all about tonight. If tonight they lose, it's done. I think they're out of gas.
Yes.
I think
Go Habs, go.
I'm proud.
Offside. They're going to challenge the offside.
What I'm
Maybe?
proud about, they will, yeah. What I'm proud about is that the Canadians got killed last game.
Mm-hmm.
They lost in overtime. They found a way, even getting outshot, outskated, outplayed, to stay in every game.
Yeah.
And that's amazing for a young team. So this is an amazing learning experience.
It's fun to
We're
watch,
winning
man.
a fucking cup in the next 3-4 years.
That's for
what
sure.
I'm saying. So guys,
Hockey's,
welcome.
you know, hockey's
Welcome.
hockey.
Hockey's hockey. Welcome to Sessions with Stef. I'm so excited to do this. I've been meaning to have you on for the longest time.
Sure. Thank you.
And what I like about today is we're going to talk about two different angles. You're a musician, you're a player, you're also a producer, you're an engineer. You've got one of the best, I'm going to say the best studios in the city.
Thank you.
Lots of people come. It's a renowned studio, and love what you do.
Thank you.
So guys, I'd like to welcome Derek Orsi, as I mentioned, guitar player extraordinaire with Shannon Index.
Yeah.
And sound engineer, recording.
Man of many hats.
Man of many hats.
Right now I'm focusing on the Shannon Index, which is an alternative rock band.
Yeah.
I'll just give you the short story. I play guitar for that band. We came onto the scene last year after a 23-year hiatus.
Wow. So
The
same
band-
guys from
So
20.
half the band.
Okay.
So myself and Andrew, the singer. And then, I'm focusing on that. I'm also a singer-songwriter. I'm writing my third solo album right now. I'm in the middle of production.
Fucking love it.
Own Freak Shop.
Yeah.
Produce records, engineer music. Work with a lot of different artists in the city.
Who doesn't come to the Freak Shop, really?
I mean, a lot of people, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of
you
people
guys,
that
you
do.
guys have, like-
There's a lot of music being recorded, but no, for sure. We have a nice roster of people that have come through the doors over the years, and we've been really blessed. We've worked with artists of all walks of life, different ages, different genres. Myself, personally, I enjoy really working on different styles of music. I'm a lover of music. At home I listen to a lot of classical music, jazz, very relaxing stuff because I'm constantly in the studio doing modern music. So I kind of kick back with that stuff. And then at the studio it's a lot of rock, pop. I've done hip hop. I've done dance, folk, indie. Classical, jazz for sure, experimental music, folkloric music. It's been a wild ride. We've had the studio for 15 years. So
is it 15 years? So if you don't mind me asking, it's you and Dave at the studio. I might have to
hold on a second.
Yeah. Oh shit!
It's a goal.
I'm turning this
2-0,
off.
2-0.
I'm turning this off.
This
I can't watch
podcast
it.
is gonna.
Fuck it. No, now it's gonna be the
You
best.
know what, man? We're gonna turn it on later. It's gonna be 4-3 for the Habs.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. That's what I
You know
want
what
to
I mean?
see.
Let them do their job.
Let it build up. Yeah. So Freak Shop, 15 years. You and Dave. So how do you guys do a bit of everything? Both of you? Are roles is there given roles
At the studio?
Yeah.
We're both producers.
Okay.
So we both like to produce songs, EPs, records for artists, bands. That's our main focus, but we're also studio owners in the sense of people come through sometimes just to record drums for their record, or string overdubs, or a vocal overdub, or someone produces a beat and then they come to do the vocal. There's a 2-1.
It didn't count.
Oh, it didn't
It's
count.
1-0.
It's one of those crazy games.
I tell you, you're gonna be right. We're gonna be winning 4-1 by.
Who knows, man. Anyways, so we do a bunch of different stuff. We've done education in the past. We don't do it anymore. I've been in the game a long time. So I was a DJ for 10 years, club DJ too.
That's right. I remember that.
I've done it. I've been in bands, still in bands. Music's music. I love music. I know you're a lifer too. You've been doing this forever.
I've been doing it for shit.
Yeah,
It's really long, but.
Oh, they gave it to them. Sorry.
2-0.
Yeah. Okay. Don't tell us what's happening. I'm turning off this phone.
Sorry.
So yeah, I've been doing it for a hell of a long time. Not the same. I never did studio as much as I would have liked to.
More live, always live.
Always live. Yeah. It just
live is I don't do a lot of live. I did a lot of live. It's a different animal. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of fun to interact with people on a stage and the crowd. And
for sure. Yeah. Now, so let's say I walk into the Freak Shop and I want to record. I want someone to produce.
Yeah.
Do you and Dave work together? Is it you guys produce it together, or do you take? Okay, I'll take
Sometimes.
this guy. I'll take that guy.
It depends on what the artist wants. So if the artist wants Dave to produce, or they want me to produce, or they want us to co-produce, then obviously the artist is hiring us to
exactly. So wherever
to work on their records. So Dave's an amazing producer. I've learned a lot from him over the years. I'm sure he's learned a lot from me. We kind of started as little kids. When we were teenagers. My friend Dario was working at Kitty Cat Studios under Kits. What was it called? Paul's place. And he had access to a 4-track Tascam and a drum machine. And he was like, you know what, man? He's like, they gave it to me, but I'm at the studio all the time, so you take it and fool around. So Dave and I, we would make 4-track tape recordings in high school, covers, originals. Nothing extravagant. We had very basic mics, very basic knowledge, very basic equipment. But outside of playing shows and
the
and
learning
that kind of
process
stuff,
on that is amazing.
we started recording right away. Nothing serious, nothing that we even put out, but in grade 11, Sec 5, right, last year of high school, we had 2 songs. We recorded them on this 4-track, 2 originals. It was our first, real recording. So we started that way, and then into the Shannon Index, because Dave was the original drummer of the Shannon Index.
Okay.
We start that band, in our early 20s, and we record our first EP at a recording studio, but then everything else, we did a bunch of demos where we rented, like we moved into digital.
Okay.
Those digital workstations, the Roland 1680s, 1880s.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
you remember
okay, I
those.
remember those,
You
yeah.
just bring them around. It was a digital workstation before, like DAWs, all that stuff. So we recorded a bunch of Shan Index stuff there. We released one of those recordings in 2021. It's called Assessing the Wounds. So that was, again, like the evolution. And then Dave kind of went off. Like I just focused on live for like years after that. Still recording with the bands that I was doing, but not doing the production myself. And, he kind of started with getting that thing going. So, long story short, we kind of merged paths. A few years later, we opened up a project studio called Evicted. We stayed there for 4 years, and it was on top of a pizzeria.
Oh,
Or
great.
a Keizkrut, a Felix,
Yeah.
one of those French
Sure,
hot dogs, hamburgers.
Amazing,
It
yeah.
smelled like, pizza all the time. It was amazing, $6 burger and fries with a drink back in the day. I'm talking about like 20 years ago. But anyways, we did that whole thing, and then Freak Shop, that opportunity presented itself, and we built out from top to bottom, soundproof, professional recording studio.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. We do work together sometimes. We often don't work together though. He's really busy. I'm really busy. He's on tour. I travel a lot.
Maximize the.
Yeah, but when the project calls for it, it's always fun. I love working with Dave. I mean, we've been working together for a long time, so it's always a blast, and it's fun to collaborate with anyone. I've been trying to collaborate with a lot more producers lately, and I'm starting to even more now because it's just creatively invigorating, I guess, in a sense. So.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You learn. You can never stop learning.
Ever, no.
Little tricks or something that could be so regular for you I've never heard of, and I'll be like, what the fuck? How did I
of
miss
course.
that? But
And live too, the same way.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not. I do live. Shannon just played last week.
cool.
We're gonna try and book some shows for or we're booking shows for the fall. I'm gonna jump back into my solo stuff soon, but live is live. I know. I've seen you perform live a couple times. And
a couple days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago. Exactly.
couple days ago.
That's how we hooked this up.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, hey, oh my God, we should definitely do this,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to waste time because
No, it's great.
it's
Let's get it
amazing
done.
to see. So the Shannon Index started. Dave was the original drummer.
Yeah.
And then you years pass and you do all your recording stuff. You get back to now you're back into you want to get.
Yeah,
on
that
stage.
band was about 3 years old, when we quit. I was 20 to 23, something like that, and we just kind of moved on. It was the right decision at the time, And a couple of years ago, Andrew and I were just kind of you want to bring it back? I mean, we have a small fan base, that I think still exists from that era, and then new fans, over the years. I mean, we've been sharing that music. A lot of crazy stories of fans that we didn't know were fans at the time that I meet later on in working, and it's oh, I was a big fan of your band. I'm like, shit, that's amazing, But anyways, that time went by, 23 years. So now it's we're back. We released 2 new songs. We released a song called It's Calm last week, the 22nd of May.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's
amazing.
yeah.
So
check that
where
out.
do we check it
On
out? Where-
Spotify, Apple, everywhere, right? So It's Calm. It's a song.
Calm, okay.
But anyway, we've been playing live, and it's just fun to be back in that thing, back in the band thing. It's bands.
So what's
are,
the lineup now? You, Andrew.
So Andrew and I, he sings, I play guitar. We got Carlo Julius, who's playing drums right now, live with us, and Fred Degg, who also plays bass with us live. They're the rhythm section of this hardcore band called Fane.
Okay.
They already work together. They know each other well. It works out. We're not very heavy, but we rock it out. We need some double kicks sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
We got some pop stuff that's very quiet. We got some really heavy, screamy stuff. It's a very,
Wide range of
wide
rock.
range of of
That's
stuff.
amazing,
Yeah, it's
man.
fun.
And so, are you going to put out an album, an EP?
Yeah,
I don't even know the way it works anymore. I know
Yeah,
it's-
no singles for now, but I think we're gonna put out 3, 4.
Okay.
And then a 5-song EP with the collection of those singles plus whatever doesn't make the single whatever.
Yeah.
But I think just putting out content now. You need to put out a bunch of content. There's a million different ways to play it. I'm not super successful in that way because I don't go hard on understanding marketing and all that. But
We're not supposed to. We're not supposed
well, I
to.
mean, marketing people are supposed to. So
Yeah,
you could
marketing.
you could take that job or not.
Yeah.
You know, it's again, but like today, you know, back in the day, right? There was producers, engineers,
Yeah.
artists. All these people were different tape operators, record label executives, marketing agents, PR people. You know, now like a lot of artists just like wear all those hats. Like you're doing all that work. You're hiring out some stuff for sure. It's going to help you like go forward. But like budget wise.
It's really
You know,
expensive
it's
now.
really expensive. You can't hire out an entire team like that. It's impossible, right? So you do your own videos and video editing and recordings and like mixes and marketing and press and you know, printing merch and like, you know, website construction and email funnels. And,
Do you guys have a website where we can buy merch?
the band?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the band has some T-shirts. The ShannonIndex.com.
.com. Okay.
And then there's like, you know, you scroll down, there's like a merch link, and there's 2 T-shirts. You could buy a CD,
Amazing.
digital download. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
that's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
really cool. And so now, do you guys like? Do you jam once a week? Do you have songwriting sessions?
Yeah, no, we're not that dedicated anymore. We used to be like a 5-day-a-week kind of band,
Yeah.
but like now it's just booking shows and doing rehearsals to prepare for those shows. You know,
Yeah.
if we could get 2 or 3 rehearsals in, that's fantastic. For this last show, we got 1 rehearsal in, and we played the show and it rocked. And you know,
That's it.
it's
the
what
way
it is. You know, as
Absolutely.
long as people prepare.
100%.
Nowadays, you don't have to get in a rehearsal space. Again, technology has evolved. Like we have these practice like recordings where every person has a version of the song without their
without
instrument.
their instrument. Yeah.
So if you're the drummer, you have a version of the song recorded without the drums, and you play along. And like, I mean, if you do that every night, you know, we get together once.
Yeah.
If everyone's prepared, then you know.
Well, it's also that's been the evolution. Like before, it was a hang/learn/practice. Like let's do it. Nowadays, people are busy, and you know what? The people that succeed are the people that can do that 1 rehearsal, 2
Yeah,
rehearsals.
you have to
do it at
adapt.
home.
We're also older. I mean, when you're in your 20s, you don't have a family, you don't have
Yeah.
as many responsibilities, you have a bit more free time. You know, nowadays, I guess everyone has a bit less free time. We're
Yeah.
just older.
But you still have to be prepared. Even if you
No, but that's
you would,
it.
even
No, it's
if you
more
do-
just like the organizing of like getting
Yeah.
people together. It's like you could still put in that hour to practice it every
yeah,
day.
exactly right.
But you know, does everyone have to cross town to like you know, spend that extra hour in like traffic when you know you could just use the technology to get done what needs to get done, and then when you get together, it's like if everyone's on point, then it should be very easy. You're just kind of playing to whatever you've been practicing.
what
to.
you've been
Yeah.
practicing. Your as a guitar player, how did that start? You were a kid, you picked it up, and you said, "I
Yeah.
need to do this." Who was the person that you looked up to as a kid, and is it the same person now? Like, what are your influences? Who's that guy? Is it Eddie Van Halen? Is it
No, it's all of them. But
It's
like, I
all-
mean, yeah, influences changed over time. And
Of course,
and
yeah.
they need to. You know,
Yeah.
you learn new things and listen to new stuff. But I think I was born a musician in the sense that I was singing when I was already 3 years old.
Yeah.
Used to get up on tabletops and chairs and like sing. At the time, in Italian, because my parents are both Italian. Italian was my mother tongue. It's the first language
Okay.
I
Oh,
learned.
wow. Okay,
So I was big into Luciano Pavarotti.
Yeah.
I like Luciano very
Can't go-
much.
can't go wrong with that,
Yeah,
man.
my dad was a big fan, so I heard the voice. I mean, like as a little kid, I was believe it or not, a chubby little Italian kid. I don't know what happened.
Wow.
I don't know what happened, but like, I mean, chubby.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't, but not like this.
Yeah.
And I would just sing. And then when I was 5 years old, I saw the movie La Bamba. Richie Valens,
Richie
the story
Valens
of
story,
Richie
yeah.
Valens, and like, I mean, I fell in love with guitar and rock and roll. A little kid, he was playing a Strat, so I was like,
That's your.
that turned
that's
me
your-
on to the Strat. And then it was Hendrix, and then it was like Clapton and Gilmore and Stevie Ray Vaughan and
You took
Shanti.
lessons?
And I took lessons at 10. I bugged my parents to get me a guitar, and they bought me a
Okay.
classical guitar.
Okay.
So I went,
Nylon string.
Yeah, I was depressed. I was like, I wanted an electric guitar. In the end, it was great. I mean, I learned how to write music. I learned how to read music. I learned how to play with my fingers. I learned how
Yeah.
to like stretch my fingers at a very young age. So I did 2 years of classical studies. Excuse me. I would do conservatory exams at the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
at
the
McGill.
Yeah.
So
did
I
a
did
million
those
of
two. Then I quit that because I was like, I want to rock and roll. 12 years
hear
old,
it,
13
yeah.
years old, you want to rock. You know, at that time I was listening to it was the early 90s, so Pearl Jam, Nirvana,
Yeah.
Alice in Chains, you know, a lot of that stuff. Rage Against the Machine a little later. Like the 90s were very rich for like rock music. At the same time, hip hop. I mean, hip hop was just like, I don't want to say it was just coming out. It, you know, started in the 70s, but the 90s sound was coming out, you know? So, you know, like, even though I was listening to a lot of the rock stuff, I mean, like, you know, you listen to a Tupac song or a Biggie song or all that kind of stuff. It's just a great time. And the pop music back then was amazing. I loved the pop music. I loved the Spice Girls. I loved Madonna. I loved a lot of different, you know, like, so, but, you know, that time there was a lot of stuff going on. So guitar-wise, I started in the 60s listening to, you know, maybe not the 60s, 70s, listening to like Zeppelin, 70s Zeppelin, 70s Floyd, and Hendrix, a lot of Hendrix. So I was like listening to that kind of stuff. And then guitar-wise was a lot of Pearl Jam and Nirvana and like, I guess, you know, Chili Peppers from that era.
Yeah.
Guitar-wise.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. And then you always just stuck to the guitar was your thing and
Yeah.
Okay. And
Dave used to leave his drums at my house, so I'd play drums a little. So like, I mean, I'm not a professional drummer, but I
you
played
can get
drums
by.
on record. You know, I could definitely play in the studio and put down ideas. You know, never played live, but mostly a guitar player, a bass player, and a singer.
So you're one of those that can play bass.
I play bass. Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it
I was
funny?
playing bass in high school, so it wasn't like you know, I learned how to play bass as well. Yeah.
Is it a hard? Because I know there's some guitar players that like don't touch a bass and vice versa, and then for others it's.
I mean, you know, like I listened to a lot of different stuff, and that's what kind of you know, helped me become a producer. You know, when you're playing guitar in a band, you're focused on the guitar. You only hear the guitar, and you're only thinking about the guitar, and you want to make sure the guitar is cool. You know, I'm exaggerating the point. You know, mature musicians understand how to place themselves, but still, even a mature musician is still in the guitar world, right?
100%. Like a drummer,
Exactly.
that feel has
you're
to
focused
be
on that. Like, you know, when you're listening on the outside as a listener, as a music fan, as a producer, like you're listening to the whole ensemble, you know, like the whole arrangement, all the tones, the timbres, the dynamics, you know, like what's the bass, like what is bass and what's guitar? So it's like when you're listening to bass, I was listening to a lot of Flea in high school. I loved Flea. That was, you know, that was bass. That was clearly bass. So it's like you learned how to attack it and, you know, like play the bass with the feel, with the touch as a, you know, as
when
a bass
you're
player.
required to play as a bass player, right?
I mean, and that's one style. He has his style.
Yeah.
But then, like, you realize, you know, listen to like other styles of music. Listen to Zeppelin and John Paul Jones, and you know, I could understand John Paul Jones versus Jimmy Page. I could understand that difference. You know, like Aerosmith. There was a lot of Aerosmith. You know, so you can understand that difference between the bass player and the guitar player. And then when you get that instrument, you just learn how to
navigate it and. Hand-eye coordination is more or less the same.
It's all feel too, you know. You're playing a different instrument. You have to be a different person.
Yeah.
Different personality. You're filling a different role in the arrangement. So
that's wow. That's amazing. Now, when Shannon Index, those 3 years when you had just started, did you guys release like an album back then?
Released an EP, self-produced, co-produced with my buddy Dario Agnelzi. In Saint Michel, not far from where we have the studio now, so he co-produced that with us, and we put out a 5-song EP. We printed a CD. We opened up our own record label called Choctopus Records. I called, you know, Revenue Quebec, $35.
Did the whole thing.
Start your company. You know, never did anything with the company. But
it's still open. It doesn't matter.
It's not. I don't think it's open anymore. But anyways.
Yeah.
It's on the record. So like we still have like physical copies from, you know, we must have printed 500 and maybe sold 400. And
back then minimum was 500, right?
Something like that. But you know, and you know, we still sold a couple hundred for sure. We weren't left with much. And anyway, and then we wrote a lot of other songs that just never got released. In the pandemic, during the pandemic, you know, being bored at home, the band kind of got to talking. We're like, you know, we have all these demos, so we released. I mixed one of the demos we recorded, Assessing the Wounds, the song I mentioned before. Dave and I had recorded it on that digital workstation. Oh my God. You know, 20 years later, you mix it in Pro Tools, and it sounds pretty decent.
Yeah.
Decent enough, you know, like we did the best we could with that recording at the time.
Yeah, of course.
And then we recorded 5 new songs, 2 of which we've released already. The last one, It's Calm, last week. And we got 3 more for that EP. So we're gonna have a little collection, and these are all songs we wrote in the back in the day, like in that era.
Okay.
They're not new songs. So like the song we released last week was written 23 years ago or whatever, you know.
So amazing, man.
It was interesting because someone said it's like, oh, it sounds very, very modern or something. I was like,
well,
23 years ago.
avant-garde. You know? We knew it was coming.
Well, I mean, it was of the time too. It was that new metal, alt rock kind of era. We were influenced, you know, like the band is heavily influenced by Perfect Circle, Incubus, Deftones, System of a Down, you know, bands like that of that time.
That time, okay.
Korn, Tool, stuff like that. So like that's what influenced the sound of that band, and then we put our own kind of spin on it. You know, I was a Chili Peppers fan, so a lot of that like funk comes in. We were big I'm Mother Earth fans and Pearl Jam fans, so like Nirvana, all that stuff comes in. The Pumpkins, so it's a big you know mix of all that stuff.
So do you have a goal with Shannon Index in the sense like, or is it just like, hey man, I haven't done this in a while. It's fun. I want to jump on stage. I want to record a couple of originals.
We just want to make it fun. Yeah. It was very serious at the time. You know, I was doing it like full time, 5 days a week, traveling for the band, playing lots of shows, spending lots of time, money. You know, and it was great, and I loved that time in my life. It was incredible. You know, your early 20s, you have a lot of energy. Make it happen, and it's
true.
I mean, I'm still like full time now with music. I still, you know, do my 10, 12, 14-hour music days. I don't know that we're, you know, very much focused on a certain goal. I think the goal is achieved at this point in the sense that like we're recording music, we're releasing music, we're playing shows, and we don't really have any expectations. You know, we're running ads. We're sharing, you know, the name. We're doing that stuff, but like it's organic, it's fun. You know, it's on our time. Like I said, I have, you know, Derek Orsi as a solo project. I've released 2 records under my name, you know, as a solo artist.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm working on the 3rd one. Okay. But just to say, I mean, like there's like, I also do the bad thing of doing way too many things. You know, working on solo music, working on a band, producing records, running a studio. I'm married. I travel, it's, you know, it's crazy stuff. So, but like somehow I manage.
I think some people, I think some people, myself included, I think that's what keeps us going. It's if I feel useless if I'm not busy, if I don't have 10 things, you know, and if as long as we can. I think I can hyper focus when it's time to do what's, you know, I bring the 100 things, go down to 1 for that 10 minutes, an hour, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, you always have to prioritize one. You can only work on one at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's seasons, right? Like, I mean, this season I'm working on this season I'm working on that. You know, I mean, it's all debatable. Debatable, I mean, like the point of life, what's the point of life, you know? Like, is it to get to this point, that point, here, there? You know, I think if you're happy, if you're doing what makes you happy, if you're able to sustain a life that when you go to bed at night, you're happy with your day. Whatever that success looks like is what it looks like. You know, it's not a metric. You don't have to like rate it against something else. It's like just because this person has this and you have that. It's like I never compare. Yeah. You know, you get in trouble fast when you go down that road.
That's true. It's very
true.
And
then if you're always comparing, you're never gonna be happy.
Never satisfied. So
because for some reason we only see that. We don't see. There's probably how many people that. Don't get a chance to play a live show or record an album or...
My life is a blessing. I'm aware of it every day. You know, it's like I do music for a living. I've done it my whole life. It's pretty cool. You know, there's the shitty parts about it. There's the parts that like really suck and are hard and are difficult and like require like, strength and patience and courage and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, it's easy in the sense that when there's no alternative, I've never been able to accept an alternative. You know, like if I've been able to accept an alternative, then maybe I wouldn't be doing this now. I just can't accept, like, there's no alternative that like, and maybe one day there will be, but like, until now, it's like I just can't, can't imagine another way of existing. So, which is pretty cool because I mean, like, I'm happy with my life and what I do. So yeah, like, working on a solo album, I'm working on my 3rd one. So after Shannon Index, I joined a band called Kamikaze Baby.
Okay.
We released an EP. We toured Canada. Did the thing again a couple of years, and then after that, I kind of quit bands when I was like 26, 27, and I started doing my solo career.
Okay.
Very drawn out, very in the middle
sing?
of I sing. I play guitar on the first record. I sing, play guitar and bass on the second record and this third record. I played drums on one song on this new record.
That's so cool.
So I finally got on. I just did the demo, but I was like, it sounds so good.
Yeah.
I hire Mario Tallaro. I don't know if you know Mario.
Do I know?
I hire him for a lot of my stuff. He played on the Shannon Index songs, the new ones.
Okay. Wow.
He played on my second solo record. He played on my third solo record. I've had a band with him called Atomic Radio, where we didn't do much, but we released one song, played a couple of shows. But anyway,
How good is Mario?
he's so good. But he played that song, and I was like, sorry, Mario. I liked mine better. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't I was like, not even because I played it better. He played it better than me. But it was just there's something about the demo.
There's a
And
sound.
sometimes when you're producing, there's stuff that it doesn't matter if it was recorded well or not. If it just has that vibe and that sound and
And that's what you're looking for that
it's just
particular.
appropriate, and it just makes the song bounce and feel good. So, you just go with whatever works.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't try and be too perfect. Don't try and be too correct. It's the same thing with
Yeah.
playing, right? If you're doing a solo, if you're doing whatever, it's like you play the notes, but if you could go out, you could go in.
Yeah.
Whatever works, so.
And it's funny. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, Peter Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So
Peter's studio was where Shannon recorded the first.
Oh, okay.
Peter
wow.
and
Wow.
Danny.
Yeah.
Peter and Danny
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo,
Yeah. So we were having that conversation, exactly that conversation. And he's like, there's a lot of different types of producers. There's the ones that come from the musical background.
Mm-hmm.
There's the ones that I don't want to say don't come from him, but there's some that
But they
know
don't have the
nothing.
same kind of.
They don't have, and then there's the guys that can take a bit of both and blend. And he was saying, there's stuff like tuning. Sometimes people tune like the ones that don't come in the musical genre. They're gonna auto tune the shit out of it. And for me, I won't. It's not one's not better than the other, but they're like for me. I rather have the mistakes because then not mistakes.
No, but I
It
understand
can't be too perfect. That raw emotion's got to be there as well. Because if you do too much the other way, it's like
listen. There's no right or wrong. I think a good producer, and even this is debatable. I mean, a good producer is one that is going to take a band and produce them. How do you say it? Appropriately. It's very difficult. Appropriately to what they need in the moment.
Gotcha.
I think is the best way to say it, because you could be a metal band, but it doesn't mean you need to sound like all the other metal bands. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You could be a pop artist and you don't need to sound like all the other pop artists. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. When you hear the song, when you see the band, when you see the moment in time, and what you have to do, that just comes down to taste at that point. It's not something you can learn. It's not something that I listen to music much differently than you would, than Dave would, than Lisa would, than anyone would.
Sure.
My brain is different, my ears are different, my perspective and perception and everything is different. My intellect is different, everything's different. So you're going to hear things differently, you're going to feel things differently, your traumas are different,
Yeah.
So, you come at it as a producer, as a human being, in the sense of this is my perspective, how I hear things. I hyper analyze everything. Like in a production, I'm listening to the arrangement, I'm listening to the parts, the bass line, the drum part.
How they blend together.
I'm listening to, what effects were put on the vocal and the guitar. How's the mix going? What's the master doing? I'm listening to an infinite amount of things, analyzing an infinite amount of things, and taking that information in. So when it's time to produce a band, that whole idea, whether it's sorry, I keep on hitting this. whether it's a band or my own records or my band's records or whatever, and every producer does this as well. You just what's right for this song? What's going to get the most emotion out of it? What's at least if you're writing for the music, then you're focused on for the sake of the music and the sake of the artist and the sake of the emotion and the vibration of the song. If you're focused on selling records. Or singles or whatever you're selling today, getting radio play, whatever, then you have a little bit of a different perspective or an analysis of how you want to produce this band. And you could produce a band two different ways. You could produce them both ways and have two very different songs. You know, so it's infinite what you could do. You have to have a discussion ultimately with the band and say, well, where are we trying to go, and what's the best way to get there? You know, so that's what good producers do. So just appropriate for the moment. We have this song. Where do you want to go? What's the focus? Is it radio? Is it indie? Is it this? You know, and then you build a song that captures the essence of what they're trying to express in the moment. You know, for the direction they want to go into. So, and sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's not clear. But my job as a producer is that. So I learned that a little bit doing my own stuff. I learned that being produced by other people when I was younger. Yeah. I learned that by co-producing with people. I learned that by like getting on YouTube, and today it's mixed with the masters. Back in the day it was Gearspace. It was forums. Old school. Like we started 2007, 8 at the Project Studio. 2011 at Freak Shop. 96 with the 4-track.
You still look like you're in your 20s, dude.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's because I do music.
Christ. Is it? No, I do music. I
don't know, man. Good genes.
It's good. Amazing genes, man. Good on
whatever.
you.
I drink a lot of water.
Oh, I guess
try
this
to get a good night's sleep.
As I'm guzzling a beer.
That's wheat.
Yeah.
It's wheat.
Well, it's not as good as water, but what do I know? Everyone's body's different, so I mean.
So, okay, so now you're working on your solo project. Do you like take a project and say, okay, now I'm doing this song with Shannon Index, let me concentrate on this, and then when I go to the Freak Shop, I'm gonna, I gotta do vocals for this guy and I'm gonna concentrate on that. And then when I'm finished Shannon, I'll do a song for me. Like, do you do like fucking everything all the same?
I mean,
just
I don't
organize.
I luckily don't have lots of deadlines, so I kind of structure it with whatever amount of like discipline I can.
Yeah.
Because there's enthusiasm, because you want to do a lot of stuff, and then there's the discipline of saying you'll get to it, prioritize it, and then go down and like build a map for the year. What do I want to accomplish this year? What do I want to release this year? So I'm constantly like doing different stuff, but like there's no hard deadlines for the bands and all that stuff. So like I don't feel there's like that kind of pressure.
As a producer, there's always deadlines.
Well, I mean, with a client, some clients do have deadlines, some don't. Sometimes the deadline's close, sometimes it's far. Sometimes it's like you're in January producing a song that they want to release in July. Yeah. Sometimes you're in June producing a song that they want to release in July. Sometimes you're in July.
And you're like, fuck. Last week it was supposed to come out.
We were supposed to come out, yesterday, whatever. But all that to say, is that, I just book out my week, Like I'll book out this week, the priority is Shannon, or I have a record that I'm producing for a client, or my stuff. Ultimately my stuff, I throw it in between, like when there's dead air in the studio, So it's like Dave goes on tour from June 10 to sometime in August this summer.
Wow. Europe,
so there's a lot, they're doing Europe and the UK. So there's a lot more studio time for me. Yeah. So, I'll definitely, finish my record then. At the moment, I'm producing more right now. I just got back from Italy. I was gone for 3 months. So I'm back in the swing of studio dates, production.
Like a vacation, or you went to work?
It was vacation, remote working.
Gotcha.
Remote working is possible today, so that's pretty good. I'm an Italian citizen, so that's pretty
amazing.
cool.
Oh, nice.
Where in Italy?
Yeah. So I was with my wife in Rome for 5 weeks. Then we were kind of like working at that point. 3 weeks in Puglia as a vacation. That was like as best you can, put everything away and go to the beach, go out for lunch, do whatever, sightsee. I mean, Italy is phenomenally beautiful. Like I didn't know. It's like I knew, but it's like I just didn't know. Like I think when you go older, you have different appreciations, and it was like, oh, okay. Like I knew, but I didn't know. So we did that. We spent 4 weeks in Sicily.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. My brother was there
really
with his
cool.
girlfriend. They just had a baby, so I became an uncle.
Wow.
Aww.
So, we got to see the little baby, and then that was the trip. So
that's amazing. Okay.
Italy's beautiful. You eat well, weather's great.
Just can't go in August because it's too fucking hot.
Yeah, but we go in the winter. February, March, April.
Gorgeous.
It's great, So, yeah.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, all that to say is that, I'm busy. I was able to work while I was there, but now I'm kind of just between production. Shannon, like the stuff is recorded, so now we're just rolling that out. I could squeeze in my solo record, so that project once production is done for one thing, then you can move on to the next thing. I don't like to do too many things overlapping.
Yeah.
Not to say that I'm not working on 3 or 4 things at the same time, but if I'm with a band, I'm working with a band. I might be working with 2 or 3 bands, or a solo artist and a band all at the same time while I'm doing my band. Like, I'm keeping busy, trying to organize it. I don't know how, but it happens. So that's it. Like I'm almost done the 3rd record. It's going to be 10 songs.
What's the style of the? Is it the Derek Orsi project?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, this record is going to be a little more funk, alt rock.
Love.
A lot of like groovy songs.
Yeah, man.
Funky stuff. It's heavy. A lot of guitar solos. Very melodic. Sing along, kind of like what's called call and response choruses, stuff like that. So funky, groovy. Kind of like leaning back into that like part of my inspiration.
Okay.
The first 2 records were a bit different. The second one was more like alt rock, psych alt rock. First one was a bit more indie alt rock. I don't know.
Okay.
There's electronic music. I've got like all kinds of different stuff. So just pop like.
And you were a DJ too. I love the
I
fact.
can't help it, man.
But I love the fact that you're open to anything. Like
You know what? DJing opened my mind.
It does.
Because I was an arrogant prick, like all musicians. No, not like all musicians. Like some musicians, like the ones that were like me. And I mean, I was very open-minded. I was already listening to jazz and blues and classical and rock and alternative and like reggae and all kinds of stuff. But like, like I was still like very much in like pop music and like whatever, I like it.
Yeah.
Like I told you when I was in high school, like I was listening to Spice Girls, like I appreciated it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really in it
Yeah.
like the other stuff. But like, beyond pop music, like, working in a club, it's like instant reaction. Crowd, nowadays the clubs are different, but I'm talking like 10, 15 years ago.
Who goes to clubs now?
Yeah.
I mean, people go to clubs,
Not
but
much,
like,
man.
the vibe is, like kids go to clubs free. We're older, man. I'm sure 20 years
No, dude, they're dying out
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I
it's
guess so, because you can't. It's over. It's
too
done.
expensive and everyone
Too
has
many
a phone.
phones and,
Yeah.
I
It's
saw
the
that in
vibe.
2015. I started in 2008. I stopped in 2018, 19. In 15, when Instagram started to really hit, like I saw it, like Instagram came out. What's Instagram? And then the party died.
Yeah.
Died. I was like,
Well, you can't
okay.
get caught. We were stupid when I was a kid.
I mean, it's not even about getting caught. It's not about like doing wrong things. It's just
Well-
about like, you know what? It's a party. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I like my work life is my work life. My party life is my party life. Like my family is my family life.
But your
It's
work
like,
life looks at
But this is my point. Like your work life should not,
But
should
they
not
do.
be looking at. It's like it's not, It's like we went out that night and whoever was there did that thing, and like beyond that, like concerts, I don't get it. Phones at concerts, it's like, bro, go to the concert.
Yeah, watch the
Trip
fucking
out.
show.
Forget the concert.
Yeah, I take the.
You know what
I
mean?
walk in. I
Just
take my
remember
2 shots to
there's
have a
some
memory.
concerts I don't remember nothing, but it's like I know it was good.
Yeah.
So like I just have that feeling of that concert was good. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, but it was good. It's fucking good.
That feeling is still in my heart.
Yeah.
So, and I know that while I was there, it was the most magical moment. And
Yeah.
we've lost that as a society. Like, enjoy the moment, experience the moment,
Focus on what's there.
treasure it for the thing that it is, because it's never going to come back, and live it, and then just move on.
100%.
And then the next moment is going to be great. And then the next moment is going to be great. But it's like, you don't live it because you're filming it. You're not ever in the moment anymore. You're constantly like a viewer of
And we watch.
reality, which is bizarre.
It's fucking weird. We watch shows through people's phones.
I mean, we've been doing the Big Brother stuff and all that stuff for years, right? So,
Yeah. Like Bruno Mars. I didn't get tickets, and I like him as an artist.
Sure.
I mean,
It's
not
great.
that I care about. He's an amazing musician.
Some
right?
of his singles are amazing.
Yeah,
Some of my
he's-
favorite songs.
Yeah,
24 Karat.
Oh man, Magic. Yeah.
Uptown Funk is not him, but like him and
Yeah.
Mark Ronson. Like,
But he's got a talent, and he's good. And I went to see not this show, but even if I was to go now,
yeah.
there's not. I've seen
there's
so
no
many
point.
clips already
There's no point.
online that I
It's
know
true.
every arrangement.
No, but you know
Yeah.
what? You've seen everything online, and you're gonna go to see an auto-tuned, choreographed to the T. Which again, listen, there's value in that.
Yeah.
There's value in that. And if Bruno Mars does that, I think it probably makes sense. But like everybody does that. That's the problem. You know what I mean? It's like not everybody needs to do that.
Yeah.
Some people for sure.
No, they-
And that's what DJing did. It really made me appreciate pop production,
Yeah.
pop value. Even if you're doing a rock song, I mean, you still like when I was spinning everything. It wasn't like we weren't like a dance club. It was dance music, house music, disco, funk,
Rock,
alternative rock, soul, reggae. I did like everything. So like the rock portion, you're playing Black Keys. Why do the Black Keys work? Why do people
They're
love?
good.
Why do the Killers work? Like what is it in this production that like really gets people going? And like, listen, there's a style of music and a song for every feeling and emotion. You can't always be in party mode.
Yeah.
You're in sad mode sometimes. You're in angry mode sometimes. You're in scared mode sometimes. So there's music for every emotion.
Absolutely.
But like the club scene kind of tells you, the overall pop culture. Thermometer, barometer, whatever you want to call it, is in that catalog of songs mostly.
Yeah.
So, I'm playing System of a Down sometimes. It's like, it's in the canon of, popular music, and that could be anything. It could be Aretha Franklin. It could be, the list goes on,
Yeah.
Calvin Harris. It's go anywhere, you know what I mean? So.
I hated DJing. I hate it. I've done it because,
I love
when
that,
you're a
man.
musician and that's what you make your money. And
Yeah.
I started hiring DJs, and then if I'm off, well, hey, why should I send someone else? Let me go. And I would go.
I hear you, yeah.
But you know what? Like when we play with the band and the dance floor is packed, I'm live mixing with a full band.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because of what it taught me. It's a different art.
To me, it's equivalent,
Yeah.
though. The feeling is equivalent. It's performance,
Yeah.
Like, if, great DJs are great performers and you do great mixes, like I used to go to work and just enjoy, like, being there and being creative there. Because it's like, I'm going to mix, I don't remember what I would mix.
Whichever it was,
because it's always in the moment. You never planned anything. It was like you're playing one song, and when you play that song, you don't know what the next song is going to be.
Yeah.
And then while you're listening to that song, you're vibing and you're thinking
Something-
ahead.
yeah.
And sometimes you are thinking 3, 4, 5 songs ahead.
Yeah.
You're like, I could make this collection.
Yeah.
And I could go in this direction. And, maybe by song 3, if I feel like I need to pivot.
Yeah.
Because the crowd is telling me something. You're always
Yeah.
like interacting with the crowd.
100%.
Like what you guys do, you play full songs. So you're committed to that song. If they're in or out, you like.
We don't anymore.
No, you just, if
Everything
it's not
is-
working, you.
Right now we do like every song because especially in our industry there's a lot of DJs.
Yeah.
And we compete
No, I'm not talking
against
about DJing. I'm talking about like a live
live band. Yeah, we it's medleys.
Okay, it's medleys.
Not all the time. Certain songs you can't. I'm not going to cut.
No,
it.
but I'm saying even if it's medleys,
Yeah.
you know what the medley is, right? You're not calling
Yeah.
it on the fly like every song. We don't know what's next, or do you do that?
Nothing. We never have a set list. We have
Okay.
certain
So you
medleys.
call it like
We have medleys of 2,
Okay.
3 songs that are pre-arranged, like the song, but the song is not the full song. We'll
Yeah,
do
no,
verse,
no, I
chorus,
get it, I get it.
sing, and 2, 3 max because we don't do a long one because if it's not working, we need to switch.
okay, no,
We
no,
need
that's
to
what I'm
pivot.
saying. Yeah, because
we're-
you always have to like
We're
adapt.
pivoting.
Yeah, okay,
constant.
cool, cool, okay.
I get shit from all my musicians.
Yeah, because
they always tell me, "Oh, why can't we have a set list?"
it's a lot. I mean, that was my point. It's very hard as a musician because as a musician, you
Yeah.
want the security of a set list, knowing where you're going, even with your pedals
With your pedals,
sometimes,
yeah.
with your patches,
I know.
with whatever.
100%.
Key changes, tempos. It's like, if
Yeah.
like your drummer's playing to a key map, it's like, where are we going?
Yeah.
It's very hard.
It is.
DJing is very easy to pivot because it's like I could pivot 20 seconds before the next song,
Yeah.
and I just have to get to that song fast enough to bring
to
it up.
bring it
but
up,
it's
yeah.
like if I have that idea, it's like I don't need to call it out to the band.
Yeah.
I don't need to make sure everyone's like stuff is like,
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, I'm not saying when it's better or not.
No,
I'm just
no,
saying it's like
yeah.
the art form
Is different.
is different,
It's
and,
different,
and they're
100%.
equally, to me, equally rewarding. It's a performance. Because when people are going bananas, if you're playing guitar and 500 people are jumping in front of you going crazy, or if you're spinning and 500 people are jumping in front of you going crazy, that feeling is very much the same.
100%.
And like you're doing it because you enjoy doing it, but like you're doing it also to make these people happy.
100%.
There's a joy there when you see people having a great night, whether it's their wedding or like a family function, or they just got a job promotion, they're in a club. Whatever
it
night
is,
out,
yeah.
it's just a Friday, but you know what, man? What more do you need?
Yeah.
It's just
Exactly.
Friday.
It's Friday. Let's do it.
Why
Let's
do you
just
need
have
more of
fun.
a reason than that? So
I've got an idea for
Yeah.
you. Like picture
me.
this
Yeah.
because I see you. Imagine like right now the big thing is instrumentalists are huge with DJs.
Yeah.
Dude, you can do both.
I thought of that
Fuck.
15 years ago.
You're
I wanted to
fucking-
bring my guitar to the
You're mixing. You take
Yeah.
a song. You put a loop for 1 minute. You
Just, like,
fucking rip
improvise,
a
shred, yeah,
You
just go
shred,
back.
get
No,
back,
for
and
sure.
make. Fuck.
But I mean, that's like another commitment, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
No, but like it's been in the back of my mind for 15 years. It's like I was like, you know, I could do this, do that, whatever.
Nowadays,
it's
it's all about
like,
that.
for sure. With Ableton, you could definitely get into live looping. And
Oh yeah,
it's a trip. Yeah.
Like now, but now not the instrumentalists are getting hired for big bucks.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Just to come in and do like a 20-minute show with the
Set,
DJ
yeah,
and a little
yeah.
set, and they get paid.
I mean, you could
dollar.
get really creative because then it's like, you know, I haven't launched this thing, but I'll just say it. I don't care, whatever. Maybe by the time this, I don't know when this is coming out, but like, I'm just like it's coming out in a week, 2
2
weeks.
weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay,
Wednesdays.
so maybe in 2 weeks.
What
maybe
you
when
gonna
it-
go tomorrow?
Maybe well, maybe because if I say it might as well just
Yeah.
be out, right? So it's like it's great now. Like that's how you get things done. Say it, I have to do it. Shen Index, we booked our first show. Last October, 3 months before the show, and we didn't have a band. You know, and we're just like, well, because if we don't book it, then we're not gonna
yeah.
play it. So
Yeah.
book it, find the band.
That's the way to
that's
do it.
So same thing here. Like I started building these little reels of me doing guitar solos to like hip hop songs. I'll do like
nice.
hip hop loops.
Fuck yeah.
And then like I'm just shredding.
Yeah.
Dive bombs and tapping.
Fucking
like,
A, man.
melodic stuff, but it's like hip hop grooves, you know. So you know, like 50 Cent, Eminem, stuff like that.
Yeah,
nice.
dude.
Yeah,
that's-
so
very
it's
cool.
fun, just a little silly, you know,
Yeah.
a different thing. It's like I love hip hop, you know, I love guitar,
Yeah.
and it hasn't like it's not like it hasn't been done before, but it's like you know, it's if
You-
50 Cent had a guitar solo on this song, what would it you know?
What would it
should
sound
it sound
like?
like? Should it
Yeah.
sound like this? You know?
That's really
Yeah.
amazing, man. You're gonna like release like a clip
Yeah,
a week
just
kind
like
of
you
thing,
know, they're like 1 minute clips of like
Yeah.
me just
dude.
improvising over.
I'm
cool.
gonna we're gonna
Yeah,
share it.
cool.
We're gonna.
Well, I
play
mean,
it.
they're not out yet. So
yeah,
it's
but when
like-
when it's time, let
Yeah.
me know.
Yeah,
man.
no,
Let's-
but like it just gives me like I wanted to kind of like bank a bunch before I
yeah,
start releasing.
yeah,
but
because once you start,
I've already got a couple, so why not?
That's
We said it.
Fucking,
It's out.
you gotta do
It's
it.
already
now.
on my Instagram.
I
right?
love it.
You
Yeah,
have
already
it.
by
You
now,
already-
right now it's there.
You already
Go look.
shared it. You know? Look at that.
Meanwhile, I know tomorrow you're probably gonna go in studio and say, I got this idea. Let's do it all
No,
now.
I have a couple recorded. I might
That's really
re-record
cool.
them, but like you know, whatever.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
So what's next? Do you have I mean, obviously you said like a million things of what's
Yeah.
next, but like, do you have I don't want to say a goal because music is never like I want to win a Grammy. Like we know, you know, it's
There's
very,
a time I wanted to win a Grammy.
Well, of course.
I didn't want to win a Grammy because I wanted to win a Grammy. I couldn't care less. You know, I never cared about the Grammys. It's like, I mean, if people win Grammys, that's a phenomenal achievement. I've congratulated people I know because it's.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like if I won one, I'd be happy, but I'm not. That's not the goal.
That's not the
you know?
goal, yeah.
So, anyways,
So is your goal? Well, my question is more like, is your goal?
No, yeah.
To just be happy day to day doing music and pushing yourself to be better.
I'm trying to be better, you know, like
Yeah.
the goal is just to continue doing it bigger and better, but always, you know, like enjoying it and like not compromising yourself, you know. So that opens some doors and it closes other doors.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, you know, now we've had the studio for 15 years. I've produced a lot of like songs. I've had songs on radio, French and English. You know, I've worked with a lot of great artists in Montreal, like The Damn Truth, the Franklin Electric, We Are Monroe.
Franklin.
I mean, Family Man is another really cool band I worked with. Like the list is very long. Now, you know, I'm not going to remember all of them. Olivier Couture on the French scene, Grenade on the French scene.
My God.
A lot of like amazing artists in all kinds of styles of music. So, you know, I've been blessed in that way. So continuing that, you know, continuing to
Yeah, of course.
work and get better at the craft with artists, you know, get on radio, do all that kind of stuff. You know, there's revenue there.
Yeah.
So it's part of like the job profile.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like now I'm trying to like look into possibly either getting some management, you know, if I can, someone would take me on to, you know, like get some maybe higher profile gigs, you know, a nice portfolio. I could just use someone to manage the business side of it. You know what I mean? It makes things more professional, I think. You know, like if you're not talking to the artist directly about budgets and stuff like that, and just, you're doing your production work like on the creative side. I do both now, which is fine and it works.
Yeah.
You know, but like, you know, having a business manager is
It's fun.
It's a nice luxury if you could
Yeah.
like make it happen. You know, someone that's obviously dedicated and doing a good job. That's not fucking you over. That's not, you know,
Yeah.
slowing you down. So I mean, that's kind of like the goal on the production world. Regardless, I mean, like I just take things as they come. I'm open and I'm available. The universe throws a lot of fun stuff my way. You know, I'm flexible. You know, I'm malleable. So like, I've been blessed to work with all those artists that I named and like a host of other ones that like, you know,
Or waiting to work for you.
waiting to work for me.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy because it's like just sometimes you get calls and you're like, oh, okay, now I'm going down this path or this journey.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny. Like sometimes it happens in batches. I have years where I do a lot of like you know, there's one year I did a lot of stoner rock. And then I probably don't do stoner rock ever again in my life. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then like there's another year I did a lot of jazz. And then there was another, like, you know, obviously with other styles, but I'm
Yeah,
just
of
saying
course.
maybe 60% jazz, you know,
Yeah.
and 40% everything else.
100%, yeah.
And you're like, how does that happen? Like, I'm not actively looking for these clients. It's just
Yeah.
kind of, you know, working itself out that
Time
way.
and place.
But it's like, okay, so this year, this is the focus and this is what I'm doing. And like, I love a lot. So I understand. I listen to a lot. I appreciate a lot. I'm excited. Like I do, you know, actively seek artists in different genres. I'm not like stuck in the metal scene or a rock scene or a punk or a
I think
hip
it
hop
keeps
scene.
you going, right?
Yeah.
I think there's always an excitement there and something to learn and
Yeah.
a quest for knowledge.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I joined the 60s tribute. I never really, I was, you know, 80s, I was a hair rock guy
Yeah,
back
sure.
in the day. And then all the bands you named, you know, the Pearl Jams. But I was a
90s,
little, you know, and then when I got into rock, it was Zeppelin and Aerosmith, same thing. 60s, I never, you know, I knew the Beatles. That was what I knew.
60s is rich. A lot of good
Yeah.
jazz, a lot of good pop, a lot of good rock.
Right?
A lot of good soul.
Yeah.
I mean, soul in the 60s, wow.
Oh, I never touched the music, and a band. It was COVID, and the
Yeah.
band called me. Hey, we need a drummer next week. Are you okay? I said, yeah, sure. 60s rock band. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
Spotify
I wanted-
60s rock playlist, you know, top 100. Let me.
Yeah, every song is 2 minutes. So the fucking
Amazing,
set
man.
list was 40 songs.
60s is the
Like,
best.
shit.
Yeah,
But
what
now
a
I'm so
decade.
immersed with these guys, the Hyphens. I play with them, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, man, this is so much fun. Who'd have fucking would have thought I would have went there? You know?
Every music is good music.
Fuck yeah.
Every music is good music. Like I listen to spiritual Indian bhajans. I listen to
I never went that way.
everywhere,
That's cool,
everywhere.
man.
Like I know my wife and I listen to a lot of Italian music now because
Yeah.
we've gone to Italy. She was a professional belly dancer for 10 years, so we listened to a lot of
Wow.
North African folk music. Listened to obviously a lot of Egyptian, Lebanese.
Is she Italian?
She's Italian, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, and you know, like we just have like a rich
Wealth of music.
wealth
Yeah.
of musical knowledge
Yeah.
between the two of us. Like she really brought me into a lot of world music.
Yeah.
You know, she traveled a lot, Angelica, and you know, music from Asia, music from Africa, music. You know, so
cool, man.
that's really cool. You know, and then you listen to like you know, Jay-Z, and you're like, oh, he, you know, like
There's an influence there, yeah.
you know, there's some songs. Not only him. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
of that like Big Pimpin', I think is the song that he
Yeah.
sampled like Middle Eastern song. You know, and there's a lot of songs that like sample Indian music, and it's like
Yeah.
when you have that ear for it and you hear it, it's like, oh, okay, man. It's like, you know, and great artists obviously understand you're not only
Yeah.
taking from the North American catalog, but like
Well,
the
that's how
world
you
is rich with like, you know,
That's how you create your own sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
By blending all of these experiences and kind
and I
of.
know very little, to be honest. I mean, I probably there's probably more music I don't know of than I do know of. You know, in certain genres, countries.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, it's endless. It's endless. You know, we're really much like focused on the, you know, North American kind of thing.
Well, yeah.
You
it's
know,
more-
we got world stuff for sure. You know, but I mean, it's like, you know, the bulk of my knowledge is North American,
Yeah.
European. You
Yeah.
know, I have this vinyl at home which is like hits from the '70s from Kenya. You know, and it's like it's just the coolest music. When
It
I want to
is,
dance,
right?
You
Yeah.
know. It's like, it's so cool. It's like all just bands, like soul bands and rock, you know, like that 60s, 70s thing. They were doing soul and rock, but like with their vibe,
Yeah.
you know? So it's kind of like, you know, it doesn't sound like soul, it doesn't sound like rock, it doesn't sound like reggae. It sounds like
that.
that. And it's amazing.
The
And
world
it's
is
a mix
big.
of all of that.
The world is so
you know?
big. We always seem to think, and I find that weird. Like we always think small.
It's
You know,
crazy.
We go to what's
everybody-
most accessible.
No, but everyone thinks small. It's
Yeah.
like, why do you think, like, you think you're the only person that has thought of this idea? Yeah. Oh, I have this idea. No one's ever done it in the world. Like,
I mean, I think we're programmed to
I think so.
think small, stay small. You know,
Maybe.
that's a whole
Yeah.
other conversation.
Yeah,
But I think
yeah.
there's like there's an obvious like control mechanism that like educates people to
oh, sure.
and
Yeah.
programs people to be
Yeah.
small-minded, and all that kind of stuff. And then there's beyond that, like I mean, there's also karma and there's like mystery.
Yeah.
And it's like you'll never know what life is really. You'll
Yeah.
never know what life is really all about. You'll never know the answers. You'll never know where you're coming from or going.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. Like I was watching the hockey game the other night, and I was watching it, and it's like, you get to that point where it's tie, you're in overtime, and you feel it in your body that there's like, there's excitement.
Your heart is pounding.
And then, you're thinking, it's like, I'm only excited because I don't know the outcome.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I knew the outcome, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, I think, and then I thought, like, in life in that way, I think that's why you come into this world with like amnesia and you leave.
Yeah.
I don't, like there's arguments for reincarnation, like all that kind of stuff, whatever. But regardless, you come here kind of forgetting
Yeah. Everything.
who you are,
Yeah.
But like because otherwise it wouldn't be fun,
Yeah.
right? Like how fun would it be if you know all your past lives, if there are why you're here, like what the creator is, like what this whole
Yeah.
thing, kind of boring.
funny,
So it's
yeah.
like it's fun being
I know where
ignorant.
I'm headed,
I
yeah,
mean, like
100%.
ignorance, outside of ignorance, it's like you don't have any fun,
Yeah.
So it's like you try and learn, you try and evolve, you try and grow, you try and like do all that stuff, but it's like it's also fun to remember that as much growing and learning and evolving I do, I'm never going to come close to like understanding the totality of it.
Yeah.
And there's something beautiful in that, and like surrendering to that, and just like
Yeah.
I don't need to know. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
like it's fun to not know. It's like
100%. Less
everything exciting. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, less stressful. All less
Yeah,
stressful.
It is what it is, and you. So, is there? I know you have some shows booked with Shannon Index. Solo project. Do you take that
I
show on the
haven't.
road?
Yeah, it's been a couple of years, but like.
Do you want to?
I do. It's just the problem with that is that like when you do things alone, it's lonely. So and it's a lot more work.
Yeah.
Shannon. I mean, it's me and Andrew, but now like Carlo and Fred, they're kind of, they haven't officially joined the band, but it's like they're there. Like
Yeah.
they're there. They want to be there. They're happy to be there. Maybe that'll change later, but there's help. There's momentum.
Yeah.
Andy and I are the two that like really do all the organizing and the marketing and the
Yeah.
social stuff and like all that whatever, but like the booking and whatever, but like all that to say, at least I have a guy to run and gun with,
Yeah.
With my stuff, it's like it's a buzz to be in the studio and produce my own music and work alone and be the mad scientist. When it comes to like promoting it afterwards, it's like it's a bit of a lonely road and an expensive road. And like the expense doesn't bother me as much as the loneliness. It's like you're just going to be on that journey alone. You're going to build a band, but they're hired guys. And it's like it's always going to be that thing, and like you're going to have like great experiences. Again, like everyone has different things that they like and don't like. So for me, it's doing the community thing is a little more exciting.
Yeah.
Producing
Right now.
Yeah, right now. No, for sure, and that could change. Like I'm really, I really feel strongly about the material on this next solo record. It's like. Like it's the cliche thing to say, but it's my best work,
Yeah. Well.
And I think the songs are, like a lot more interesting and mature in the sense of like, the first two records were very, very creatively indulgent,
Okay.
I didn't create them to sell, to market, to push. There's great music on them, there's great melodies, there's great stuff, but it's like, it was very much, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are going to like it, but it's not super common in a sense, It's I'm not following the norms of like what's required for like a good song with good hooks and good momentum and pop.
Yeah.
There's pop in there, but it's not.
It's not formulaic.
Not super formula. Songs that don't have choruses, the songs that don't have parts that don't repeat themselves. There's part, it's a little bit everywhere, And then there's some formulaic stuff in there for sure. But like, it wasn't written with that design. It was very much, I just want to write, and that's it.
Amazing. Do you have some stuff from your, like, where can we find
Same
the
places,
original
Spotify, Apple Music, Derek Orsi.
Derek Orsi? Okay.
So there's two Fallen Angels I put out in 2021, and Astral Youth I put out in 23.
Okay.
So those are my two, like, full lengths. I wrote all that stuff on my own, produced it on my own. I mixed the second record. I had someone else mix the first record. I always get mastering engineers, outsource mastering. But like, I sang on both, played guitar on both. I got Jules Pampana to play drums on the first one, Fallen Angels.
Jules, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great drummer.
I used to play in Kamikaze Baby with Jules, so that was familiar. Okay. And then
he's at my brother-in-law's, my sister-in-law's studio. Like he works.
Nice, yes, at Cherry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, with Pat, my bros. And then Mario Thalaro played on Astral Youth, the second one. Mario also played on this third one.
So no lack of good drummers in this.
No, the drummers. I'm not at that level, so I need The first record I had this guy Etienne play bass, Rachelot. I played bass on the last two, and then guitar is my thing, and vocals obviously. I do most of the programming, and I'll hire out like keyboard players and piano players. I've had a bunch of different ones. But I do like to bring in a band. Yeah. And have a different flavor on those instruments. Yeah. I do a lot of it anyway, but all that to say is that it is still much just me. So, building the I don't know if it's not courage necessarily or desire or whatever, but committing to focusing on that big time hasn't happened yet. But like I said, this record, I feel differently about the material. It's going to be a little bit more digestible, or it's going to make a bit more sense from a pop perspective, so more people will like it, So instead of 30 people liking it, maybe 100 people will like it, but more people will like it.
Guaranteed they will.
No, for sure. But I think I'm going to definitely spend a bit more energy marketing and promoting and sharing it. Reviving Shannon was good too, because it kind of got me back in the swing of exercising that muscle. Yeah. Getting used to it again. I used to do it a lot for my solo stuff. On the first record, I did a big long campaign. I did a lot of live videos. I did a lot of press. I did a lot of But it's a whole thing. The second record, I kind of took it easy. Yeah. But maybe I'll come back stronger on this third one.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, man.
So, guys, you gotta check out Derek Orsi, the Shannon Index. If ever you need to record, there's a lot of musicians that watch this. Freak Shop. Can't go wrong. It's one of Montreal's gems in the recording industry. Absolutely. And I wish you the best of luck with everything you do. You're an amazing guy. You're authentic. You care for what you do, and you do it well. So keep it up. Keep up. I want to come and check you out.
Yeah. Whenever. Well, listen. Pass by for a coffee one day.
Absolutely.
I really love producing records, because you get to hang out with people too, share ideas, learn things, make them coffee, have a laugh,
stories,
go through something together, build something together, so it's but pass by, that's part of it. Let's connect and have a good time. And if anyone else wants to come to the studio and record, I'm always down.
I got to get you tickets to come August 16 for Utah Fest. We're doing a closing ceremony. Okay. It's a closing ceremony. I'm talking like it's FIFA World Cup. But we're doing a closing, they do a cabaret to close off the whole festival. And I put together a little musical. And if you like Italian pieces, it's a musical journey in going through Naples, Rome, and Milan.
Amazing. This is older folkloric music, or is it modern?
It's older folkloric. It's a lot of the classics.
Nice.
Kind of, I don't want to say reimagined, but I have to put a little.
My wife and I absolutely love that stuff. I mean, we went to Italy last year for 2 months, this year for 3 months. Just to close maybe. Yeah. We dove into a lot of, old traditional Italian music that we were a bit more familiar with, because our grandparents or parents listened to that. Yeah. And then, a lot of modern popular music, that's on the radio there today. That's super cool. We went to see an Angelina Mango concert in Rome. Okay, wow. Super cool, new artist.
The Colors are pretty big right now.
The Colors, we did not see them, but really I definitely love the Colors. I went to see Matteo Mancuso.
Yeah.
In Calabria.
Beast. Yeah, Matteo is a fucking monster. His drummer, what's his name?
I forget his drummer's name, but I mean, those are just 3 artists already. But I mean, the list is long. It's you start digging, and it's I think a lot of people here in Canada, Italians, they're not like
all.
connected to that scene, but
At
there's
all.
a lot of like really, you know, like dude, they have a hip hop scene there, they have a trap scene, they have like
100%. There's a
it's,
lot
you
of
know.
people. There's way more people than here. So
Yeah.
everything works
Yeah,
more
no,
there
for
than
sure,
here.
exactly.
That's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, right?
It's a trip, but like, so anyways, yeah, it's gonna be fun to see that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be really cool.
It'll
Yeah,
be cool. Little thing of Italian music, and it's gonna be fun. I mean, it's Ital Fest after all, so we got to try to do something cultural.
my wife. Sorry, I'm just
yeah.
gonna say this because she absolutely fell in love. She was and still is a dancer, but she fell in love with this traditional folk dance from La Puglia called La Pizzica. So this is like a very old, traditional folk dance from Puglia.
Derived from Tarantella, or
It's similar to Tarantella. Like, don't ask me, man. You know, Tarantella is Tarantella. La Pizzica is La Pizzica, but I mean, it's like, you know, like they. We actually went to a lot of community events in Puglia when we were on vacation, and like we got to see like these dancers and musicians, like, you know, like very much in like very small rural traditional settings, which was like amazing. Tons of people, you know, but like very much, you know, of the land. So it's like it's cool. Like, I mean, like
what's the rhythm of the dance? Like, okay, like it almost
something like that.
triple swing-ish kind of. Okay, cool.
You know, they play like I don't even know what the instrument is called, but it's like a drum, obviously, like
a tabla, maybe.
not like a tabla. It's like a hand drum with like a tambourine. I don't know what they call it. I mean, there's a lot of like
Yeah.
countries that like are, you know, like have this drum, but it's specific to there. I should know the name. Apologies for my ignorance.
No.
But anyways, and it's like, you know, a hand drum, and it's the main instrument. Obviously, you could dress it up with drums and bass and like violins and guitars and, you know, all kinds of different stuff. Like at the base, it's like if they're, you know, like just like in a rural setting, it's just the drum, you know.
Okay.
And maybe an accordion.
And
like,
there's
you know,
a
like,
dance that goes.
yeah, there's a whole dance or stuff,
really
you know.
cool.
So she studied it. She took courses. It's like, you know, but even getting into like learning that part of the culture, you know, musically, was very cool. You know, it's cool stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dave, thank you so.
Derek, it's okay.
Dave.
Everyone does it. Cut.
There's a few lookalikes. You and Dave look.
Me and Dave,
you
yeah.
look alike, and Albie.
Johnny Bodo and Albie.
Johnny Bodo and you know Johnny Bodo and Albie.
But Johnny's hair is longer now, so
Now,
it's like
yeah.
it's easier to like.
Well, Albie cut it a little shorter, so
Yeah.
it's.
No, but I mean, yeah, Dave and I, we have the same length.
Yeah. Oh
like,
my God. I was gonna say that.
Dude, I have
Guys look
too many
alike.
like. I have too many people thought I was Dave's stories. I'll tell you one story, okay?
I love.
Because I have about 1,000, but it's like, you know. So I
But
go
you
to,
rock the beard.
Yeah, we don't have the same beard.
No, he's got
you
the
know, like he has the
stash
mustache.
now,
I
yeah.
mean, now it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I'll shave my head, just get the whole thing over with, you know, just end it. But like, so I went to Gemma Pizzeria in Little Italy last year with Angelica, my wife, and we're sitting down at the table. We have a pizza. Waiter comes out, you know, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Serves us the pizzas. It's cool all night. At the end of the night, there's this guy that I see walk in, you know, at the beginning of the night. So at the end of the night, you know, when dinner's over, he comes up to my table and he's like, excuse me, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is, I actually forgot his name. I apologize. You know, I'm a huge fan of your band. I'm a huge fan of your drumming. It's like, you know, it goes on and on.
Did you play it?
I played it sometimes. And it's like when you play it sometimes, it's like it's fun, you know. But like I usually don't play it, you know. 8 out of 10 times I won't. 9 out of 10 I won't. But like I was like, listen, man, you got the wrong guy. I'm not Dave. I don't play for the damn truth. I'm like literally a block away from his house too. It's right there, you know. He probably goes to Gemma often enough, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know.
You
No,
guys
he
even
goes
have
like
the same
he's like,
mannerism.
yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But like he goes, no way, man, you're Dave. And I was like, I know who I am. He's like, no. He goes, I asked the waiter. The waiter told me, you know, he confirmed that you were Dave from the Damn Truth. So there's 2 people now, you know, that are conspiring together
It's the best.
to, you know, misunderstand who I am. I'm like, you know, and then, you know, worst thing is that like, I told him, no, I'm Derek. I play for like, you know, he's like, well, oh, Derek, yeah, sure. I play for the Shannon. Yeah, I was like listening to you guys. Like, you know, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, at least.
whatever, you know. But it's like, dude, I have so many stories.
But it's funny
It's
that you
hilarious.
guys are like you've known each other for years.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times like you'll get.
I
someone,
met Dave when I was in kindergarten.
Oh my God, are you?
Met in kindergarten, so
That's pretty cool.
known
That's
him
really
forever. Yeah,
cool. Wow. Derek, thank you so much for coming. This is a blast, man.
pleasure.
We're going to
Thank
check
you
the
so
score
much.
and see what's happening.
Check
No,
the
you
score
know what?
before-
Don't check the score.
check the score
No,
before.
no,
you
no,
cut.
don't check the score.
Check the score before.
No.
You,
Don't check the score.
oh, you
that
check
bad?
because you checked the score, right?
I was checking
I think
and
it's
I'm
over.
like,
It's like 5-0, something like that.
What is it?
no,
3-1?
it's 3-0.
3-0 is no good.
That is not good.
And the
We'll
whole
see you guys
second
next
period,
year.
nothing.
We'll see you guys next
Yes,
year.
we'll see you. We'll
Next
see.
year,
You know
Kent
what?
Hughes, trade for Robert Thomas.
I saw a
Get
rumor
some help
today.
down the middle.
I saw a rumor that
Get bigger.
they want to get. It's a rumor, of course, because we're in Montreal. But McKinnon, they're like
Sure.
McKinnon's
whatever.
Yeah.
Even McDavid's coming.
Yeah.
But like,
So you know what?
It's fucking hockey.
Let's
Who
make
gives
a pact.
shit?
Let's
Yeah.
make a pact. If they're in the playoffs next year, we're doing a podcast.
Sure.
Okay,
Let's do it.
That's done. Remember this. We're gonna do it the minute
Leave me
they.
hanging.
That's
No,
it.
it's done.
It's
Sealed.
a done, sealed,
it.
and we're gonna
Sure.
premiere your song, your all of
Sure,
it,
yeah,
whatever's
it's all
coming
there,
out
man.
back
Yeah,
then.
cool.
Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
Thanks so much for having me. It was a real
It's a-
pleasure.
it's-
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. It's fun to finally catch up and,
Yeah.
and talk about it. We've spoken a few times, but this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
we're
cool,
gonna do it
man.
more often.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Guys, thank you so much. Check out Derek Orsi, his project. Check out the Shannon Index. Check it all out. Buy some merch. Support. Go see when there's a live show.
Give me a phone call.
Yeah, give
send
him
me a
phone call.
text.
Use his recording studio. Do all of it, man. Do all of it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, Lisa.
No problem. Always a pleasure.
We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Sessions with Stef is done. Thank you.